Hi, I just wanted to introduce myself. Makes me really uncomfortable to talk about myself and be on camera, but I'm doing this as kind of a journal for my son when he's older to see what life was like for mommy, but also to motivate people who didn't have all the advantages in life and had to stumble and learn and teach themselves how to get through this thing called life, but not just get through it, but to like thrive. I'm 44 years old. My page is called Tallinn for the 5D Ascension because my name is actually Asensio. And even though I'm going through my second divorce now, I'm 44 years old. I just want people to know it's never too late to reinvent yourself, to keep trying, to not let what seems like failures or setbacks stop you from achieving greatness. You know, I drive an hour into my job. I love what I do. My ex-husband was nice enough to teach me how to paint because I told him, I said, look, you don't have to pay me any alimony as long as you teach me how to do what you do. Because once I realized that he wasn't wanting to do what it was we decided to do, which was start a family business and paint together and pass that legacy on, he wasn't wanting to do it with me for whatever reason. And I can't make him. And I'm not the type who's going to sit there and be like, oh, you have to be with me. Like, we have a child, we're married. No, if someone doesn't want to be with you, like, just move on. Yeah, I cried about it. For how long did I cry about it? You cry about it and then you move on. Like, you put your big curl panties on and you say, whatever I have to do, I'm gonna do it. I've been at home with a child for the past 4 years. I haven't had work experience. I don't have a skill. And in learning this and putting myself out here, this is only the second shop I've ever worked at. Okay, and the last one I worked at, I was there for a month. So here I am, like a week in. And I just want to show people the progression because I am dedicated to this. Like I said, I drive an hours into work. I wake up at 5 in the morning, and right now I'm waiting to get into the lot because even though there are people that literally live 3 minutes away, they're late almost every day I see. I've only been here a week now, but I already see that. I am driving an hour to get here. I make sure I'm on time. And if that means I have to wait, then I'm going to wait. And luckily the painter here is so nice. He's like willing to teach me everything. I mixed paint for the first time, which was one thing I hadn't learned yet. And the cool programs that they have now and just how like difficult but simple it was is incredible. But I think also it's important because I found finally after 44 years, I found what I'm passionate about. Now this is hard work, especially for a female. I am completely out of my element. There was a guy that worked at the last shop who's been doing this type of work. He was a body man. He's been doing this for 45 years. And he was like, in 45 years, I've never seen a woman in this shop. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm the only woman because I see women painters on Instagram and on YouTube. I know that they exist. And I've seen how incredibly talented a lot of them are. And for me personally, like I said, I am maybe 2 years into this. And this is my second month ever in a shop. So it's been very challenging to put myself out there, especially coming from a past of complex trauma. And my nervous system is still regulating itself. And I am in this atmosphere where it's all men, and I am kind of having to prove myself because I'm learning these skills and I have to like prove that I can do this thing. And on top of that, I want to learn more because I don't want to just do this job. If I'm going to do it because I love it, I want to be the best at it. I don't care how long that takes. And I don't want to focus on anything else like, oh, finding another partner. And no, I just want to provide for my son in the way that I know is possible in this line of work. And I don't want to depend on anybody else to do it. That's why dating, all that stuff, forget about it. Like they say that the toughest age group or group in general that's going into the dating world is women in their 40s. Okay, so especially imagine if you've been married like 20 years, even 10 years, and you go back into the dating world right now, you are going to get eaten up and spit out, and it's not going to feel good. And I don't know how many times some people want to keep putting themselves in that position. And believe me, I did it 10 years ago. I did it after I left my first husband, and he's dead now. Life is short. Don't waste your time looking for love and the fairy tale, because it does not exist. Make your fairy tale and make it personal. Yeah, like YouTube's cool and all, and you can learn from people. But like I said, for me, this is a journal. But if you do come across this video, I hope, especially if you're a woman in her 40s, because there's not a lot that caters to us. There are no motivational speeches that tell you it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you, and we're gonna get through this. And as stupid as you feel at first, because I did that for the first year of realizing my marriage was over, and I was dealing with a whole lot mentally, emotionally, and stress-wise. And eventually I started to believe it. I started to love myself for the first time. And in doing so, I started to take another step and another step and another step to improve myself, to heal, because I will never, ever, ever have a victim mentality. I am not going to go out there and be like, boo-hoo, this is what happened. No, I want to be the success story. I want to be the person who spiritually knows that 5D is real, and I am heading there, and no one can tell me otherwise. And all I can do is show people, because we could talk and talk and talk like I am right now, but until you show people what's possible and what you're capable of, it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth. You just have to show them. That's one thing I've definitely learned in this life, is trying to give people advice. They are not hearing you. Even if they want to, even if they need to, even if what you're saying is of value and it's what they need to hear, it doesn't matter. You just show through your actions. And that's another reason why I'm here. I'm recording this, and goes against every fiber of my being to post this. But like I said, I want to show my success story. I want to show my survival story, my thriver story, if you will. I have a 4-year-old. I want to leave him with a family business. I want to leave him in a position to never have to worry about working in order to buy a home. I want him to have the home because I bought it. I want him to have a family business because it's established. If he wants to go to college, I want him to know that the money is there for it. And I'm taking these steps late in life, and that's scary, but I don't care how scary. That's why I'm going to work harder than the next man. That's why I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before. I'm going to push myself harder to be the best at this, because I know what my motivation is. My motivation is my son, but it's also myself. I finally love myself, and it feels so good to know that I don't have to look anywhere else for that. I can just look right in the mirror and be like, I love you, and mean it and feel it. And sometimes when that's all you've got, that has gotten me through the past couple years. If I didn't have that, I'm a very alone person, and a lot of it is by choice. I'm sure a lot of you have been going through this ascension into the 5D, and you've lost people, whether it's your partner, whether it's your friends. Dude, my best friend of like almost 17 years fell off, completely betrayed me recently, and I'm still torn up about it. But oh well, if he's not for me, I am not gonna convince him he needs to be for me. Bye. I will forget you. It's okay. I will be okay, because there was a time that I lived and I thrived, and that's why he wanted to be friends way before he wasn't my best friend. There was that time, and he earned that position, and now he's lost that position. So, I'm not trying to convince anyone that I'm for them. I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to be my authentic self, because that's where we are in evolution right now. Spirituality, enlightenment is just being your authentic self, and people are not going to like that. I don't care. I do not care if people like me or if they don't like me. I like me. That's all I need. Sometimes that's all I need. There was a day when my ex-husband said to me, maybe a year or two ago, he said nobody likes you. And I was like, you know what? That's not true. I like me. I don't know where that came from. but I believe it, and it's true. And it felt good to just be able to like shut down somebody trying to tell me something like that. Because even if it's absolutely factual, if my own family doesn't like me, if my own father doesn't talk to me, if my sister has continued the whole scapegoating cycle, because I was that, and I'm still healing from that. Because as you do the healing and the moving on and the self-work and the shadow work, you see more and more and more, unfortunately, that you have to work on. And it's not fun, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I lost another best friend of 25 years recently, not to death, but because she started to see that I don't hold on to traumatic events. I don't hold on to toxic people. And in a lot of ways, for whatever reason, she felt like I wasn't giving her enough while she was helping me through this recent divorce. And I don't know if it was competition. I don't know if it was envy. I don't know if it's just, but what she said to me is, you're arrogant. And it's like, okay, well, if you feel that way, like, I can't change your mind, you know? Like, I know me. And I might come across arrogant to some people, but I'm not. I am the most humble person. You know, the painter here, he will tell me at the end of the day, like, okay, like, let's stop working and then just clean up. And he'll stop and say, like, oh, I'm going to tell everyone else that, you know, just so I don't, like, take it, like, weird, because I don't know if he thinks, like, because I'm a female, he's asking me to do that. Whatever. Even if he was, I don't care. Whatever he asked me to do, he could ask me to clean the toilet. I'm going to go clean the toilet. You have to be humble, and I am absolutely humble. I'm confident. I'm joyful. And unfortunately, we live in a society where people don't want to see a confident, joyful female. I don't know what that's about, but people will try to oppress you every time you try to be that. But I don't care. I'm going to keep being that, because that's my authentic self. I will strive for joy. I will strive for confidence, even if I have to fake it sometimes, because you got to fake it sometimes. But at least in faking it, I know the direction I'm trying to go in. I'm not going to make myself smaller for people. You know, I lived so many years doing that and dimming my light. But you know what? Like, everyone deserves space and to breathe and to live. Do not let people put you in this oppressive atmosphere. And if you feel like that's what people are trying to do, because especially if you're a female, people are gonna try to do that. But for whatever reason, I feel like we live in a society where people want to do that to a lot of people who feel free. If you're a free spirit, be a free spirit. People are not gonna like it. Fuck them. Fuck them. It doesn't matter. You don't need people to like you. Like I said, you like you, right? Please, I hope you like you. If my son sees this in the future, I'm so excited for you to see what dedication and fearlessness and drive and anything being possible. I want you to see what that looks like. I want you to see that your mom did that for you. And not only do you deserve it, I deserve it. We deserve it. And everybody deserves it. I love you all, and I hope you're also in a similar position in this ascension. Like I said, my last name's Asensio, and I don't intend to change my last name after this divorce, because I feel like it's for a reason. I had friends that I'm connected with very spiritually who said that there's a reason that you have this name at this time. And I feel that, you know, as 3D as that may be. But I hope this message resonates with people. I hope that it motivates people. And if anything, I hope it entertains you. Not that it was so entertaining, but yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me your time, because time is way more valuable than anything else. So thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. I hope you appreciate you.